and welcome. You're watching NewsX Deepdive with me, Devika Devan. Today we turn our attention to our neighbor Bangladesh, where a red carpet is being rolled out by interim Prime Minister Mohammad Yunus for controversial hardline preacher Zakir Naik. To fully understand the grand welcome's implications, we have to turn back to the fateful night of 1st July 2016. On the night of 1st July 2016, a quiet evening in Dhaka's upscale Gulshan neighborhood unleashed into sheer horror. 5 terrorists entered the Holy Artisan Bakery, a popular restaurant located in the diplomatic zone of Gulshan, and took hostages, opening fire and killing indiscriminately. Entering the popular bakery with crude bombs, machetes and pistols, the terrorists took several dozen hostages, including foreign nationals, in an attack that left 20 hostages, 2 police officers and 2 bakery staff dead. All 5 terrorists were shot down by police in what became the country's deadliest terror attack. The hostage situation lasted through the night, ending the following morning with the army launching Operation Thunderbolt, which resulted in the rescue of 13 hostages. The same night, the terrorist group Islamic State claimed responsibility for the attack, which was rejected by the then Sheikh Hasina-led government, stating that the attack was instead carried out by a domestic terrorist group, the Neo Jamatul Mujahideen Bangladesh. Things further took a turn when investigations revealed that one of the terrorists involved in the killings followed Indian-born Zakir Naik, a trained medical doctor and Islamic preacher. Within hours of the attack, Naik fled India after one of the attackers told Bangladeshi investigators that he had been influenced by Naik's preachings through his YouTube channel. 2 of the 5 Holy Artisan Bakery attackers followed Zakir Naik on social media. At the time, Naik had over 14 million followers on Facebook, with about 4 million from Bangladesh itself. At the same time, Bangladesh reacted quickly. The Sheikh Hasina-led government banned Zakir Naik's Peace TV, with the government vowing that Naik will never get access to Bangladesh. As India's National Investigation Agency declared Zakir Naik a most wanted fugitive, Bangladesh banned the preacher's entry into the country. The attack remains one of Bangladesh's deadliest terror incidents, with 9 Italians, 7 Japanese, 1 American and 1 Indian amongst the victims. On the 23rd of May 2019, the Indian government then issued a notification banning the Jamatul Mujahideen Bangladesh and its offshoots. Meanwhile, Zakir Naik remains a fugitive, wanted in India on charges of hate speech and promoting communal enmity. The NIA has booked him under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and relevant sections of the BNS. The Enforcement Directorate has also created a charge sheet against Naik on charges of money laundering to the tune of 193 crore rupees and allegedly creating illegal real estate assets worth crores in India and abroad. New Delhi has repeatedly sought his extradition from Malaysia, where Naik has been living in self-imposed exile, but Kuala Lumpur has not acted on the request so far. The NIA has also attempted to issue an Interpol red notice for Naik's arrest, but that was rejected due to insufficient evidence. Naik's Peace TV has been banned not only in India and Bangladesh, but also in Sri Lanka, Canada, the United Kingdom on charges of hate speech. Apart from the 2016 Dhaka attack, multiple events point to Naik's terror links. When the National Investigation Agency arrested Mohammad Ibrahim Yazdani, the head of Islamic State's Hyderabad module in India, upon interrogation, it was revealed that the operatives were influenced by Zakir Naik's sermons and wanted to establish Sharia law. There have been many media reports of intelligence agencies probing the alleged links between terror group the Jamaat-ud-Dawa and Naik's IRF. The JUD website is said to be referring to Zakir Naik's sermons and preachings. In 2016, Zakir Naik admitted that Rahil Sheikh, involved in the 2006 Mumbai train bombings, was working as a volunteer for his organization, the Islamic Research Foundation, but he did not know Rahil personally. However, Naik has also claimed that Rahil was removed from his office. With such a terror-tainted repertoire closely linked to terror activities across several countries, it now, however, comes as no surprise that Zakir Naik has received a grand welcome in Pakistan last year, of course, with the country hosting him for a nationwide visit. During the visit, Naik not only delivered a number of sermons across Pakistan, but was also spotted with members of banned terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba, including Commander Muzammil Iqbal Hashmi, Mohammad Haris Thar and Faisal Nadeem, all designated international terrorists by the US since 2008. Authenticated footage showed Naik embracing Hashmi and other LET members at Lahore's Badshahi Mosque, where he addressed a massive gathering of over 150,000 people amid tight security by Lahore police. However, today, 9 years after the deadly Dhaka Holy Artisan Bakery attack, Mohammad Yunus-led Bangladesh is all set to welcome Zakir Naik. Yunus's Bangladesh is ready to roll out its own red carpet for the radical Islamic preacher. Bangladesh has approved a month-long nationwide tour for Naik, marking his first ever visit to the country. Scheduled from the 28th of November till the 20th of December, the tour has been officially approved by the government and is being facilitated by officials. Naik's visit to Bangladesh not only marks a major policy shift from the Sheikh Hasina-led government, it also comes at a time when the Indian agencies have been flagging the rise of radicalization in Bangladesh. But what's the message here to India specifically? I take that conversation forward. Ambassador Bhaswati Mukherjee with us on the broadcast. Ambassador Mukherjee, I've tried my best, ma'am, to summarize the history of this man, Zakir Naik. We've had multiple conversations about him on NewsX. You've been a part of many of them. This is a man who clearly is a radical individual. Does it come as a surprise to you that Mohammad Yunus, the new leader of Bangladesh, wants Zakir Naik on a month-long tour of his country, ma'am?
It doesn't come as a surprise at all, because it appears that Mohammad Yunus is doing this under the growing influence of the Jamaat in Bangladesh. And he seems to be impervious to the consequences of extreme Islamic radicalization within Bangladesh for the security and stability of Bangladesh. Moreover, the increasingly close gestures between the Pakistani military leadership and Bangladesh, the visits to Bangladesh, etc., would appear to indicate that Pakistan is now trying to consolidate Bangladesh as a possible source of unrest within India in its border states, which is West Bengal, Assam, Northeast, etc. This is an extremely retrograde development. But one thing is certain, that the extradition request which we have made is now being studied in a much more friendly manner by a much more receptive Malaysian government. And should he indulge in hate speech, etc., these will be reported by us to the Malaysians, who have asked us to present concrete evidence of hate speech and radicalization. The visit to Pakistan was closely monitored by our intelligence agencies, and you can be sure, Devika, that we would be doing the same for the Bangladesh tour, when we would be gathering evidence that his hate speech actually results in radicalization, in violence, in murder, etc. All these are very, very carefully monitored both in Indonesia and in Malaysia, which, although huge Muslim majority countries, put down such developments with great discipline and commitment. Indonesia is an even better example. So if he wants to stay on in his self-imposed exile in Malaysia, he would have to be very careful about the kind of language that he would use in Bangladesh. Moreover, what is more interesting, Devika, is that what would be the position of the BNP on this man's arrival, because when he was exiled, when the attacks took place on the bakery and thereafter, I recall that BNP had also condemned this man's teachings and had no difficulty in him being banned from Bangladesh. And if there is a free and fair election, even if Awami League is kept out, the expectation is that BNP would win the election. So it would not be the Jamaat. Jamaat has never won a popular election in Bangladesh. So it's an interesting development, and one would watch and wait and see what does the BNP have to say about it. Quite apart from the fact that the Awami League naturally would condemn it, but it would be interesting to know what the BNP has to say about it. And Mohammed Yunus appears to be more and more playing the Jamaat card. It's really unfortunate, a former Nobel laureate behaving in this manner. And I don't think that this action would be condoned by his Western sponsors, whether it's the United States or it's UK, etc., because they have strong views on hate speech, etc., particularly with the present Trump administration. This would be a good opportunity for India to bring this action to the attention of the American intelligence agencies and the Trump administration, because such activities are totally frowned upon by Trump, his administration, and by his MAGA support base. So, all in all, we have to watch and wait and see. But it's a very timely debate we are having, and it is quite amazing how the wheel has turned full circle. That this man who was wanted in Bangladesh for heinous crime is now being treated like a VIP guest on a month-long lecture tour across the length and breadth of Bangladesh.
Right, absolutely. Master Mukherjee, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on NewsX with that perspective. Viewers, that's all the time that we have. I step into a very short break.